Yeah.
Pick you up. Say that again.
Luke 16:19. We're going to read verse 31. We want to talk about what does the Bible say about money and wealth. And because we are marching or getting ready to march, we got to condition our mind to what we're facing. I have a dream today. That we can be debt free in 3. We can be debt free in 3. And so there are some principles that we need to look at. I was talking to Cookie on my way here, and the bank said if 85 people pay $35 a month, no, $35 a Sunday. If 85 people pay $35 a Sunday, the mortgage would be no problem. So we're right at the end, and people don't like to talk about money, but you can't do ministry without money. How many of y'all run y'all house without money? You can't run it on. Yeah, I had to tell somebody the other day that I know, talking about what's that phrase they said? They said something to the effect that it's rough living. And I know they rent ain't for $25. Okay, so you ain't struggling if your rent ain't for $25. I don't think nobody in here got that testimony. If we did, we'd be shocked. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at some. I want to talk about this because we got our mindset got to change about money and ministry in order for us to do what we need to do. And so I thought it would be fit that we look at the rich man and Lazarus tonight in Luke chapter 16, verse 19. There are some things I want to, people usually ask, will God make me prosperous and wealthy? People ask, why do people have money problems, and even when they serve God? Why hasn't God answered my prayers to get out of debt? And where does it say God will prosper me? And so I want to, before we get to Luke chapter 16, there are some numbers that I want to clear up, because we have heard some of these verses quoted all of our lives, and they have been misinterpreted. Okay? I'm not going to ask you to go to these, but I'm going to ask you to just jot these down for a point of reference, so you can go to these later on. I want to start out by saying that there's no promise in the Bible that being a Christian will lead to a good job, wealth, or freedom from debt. Did y'all hear what I said? There is no promise. I don't care what you hear, what prosperity preachers you follow on social media to tell you if you sow this $100 seed, you're going to be wealthy. There is no promise in the Bible that will lead to wealth or a good job or freedom from debt. So let's get that squared away. One verse that people use is Jeremiah 29:11. And you can just jot that down. And then if you know this, it says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And so reading that, it does sound like, what does it sound like? What does Jeremiah 29:11 sound like? "For I know the plans that I have for your life, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Now, what does that verse really sound like if you just pick up the Bible for the first time? Yeah, that God wants to prosper you and everything you do. But if you look at the context of what Jeremiah 29:11 actually saying, is specific to the Israelite exile in Babylon. And so the original Hebrew word translated as prosperity actually can mean peace and completeness and safety and health and satisfaction. And it does not imply, it does not imply, I'm sorry, financial prosperity. All right? And so people take one verse and they say, oh, my soul gonna prosper. Your soul gonna prosper, but it ain't got nothing to do with money. All right? Because people don't read the before and the after, and they don't do the historical context and look at what the word actually says. So, for I know the plans, here's what happens. The translation probably becomes closer to this. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. That's all it means. It has nothing to do with money. It's about your future. It's about protecting you from disaster and to give you hope. All right? So, wealth is not a sign of God's favor. Just because folk have money don't mean they have the favor of God on their life. All right? Donald Trump had money. Still got money. A whole lot of folk got money. No. All right? So wealth is not a sign of God's favor. So why do we believe all of this stuff that people say about if you do this, like my thing is, my thing has always been, many people don't like this. I am charismatic to a certain extent, but I'm very conservative when it comes to the prosperity gospel, because I believe people have been duped. And if you sow this seed, you'll never see me raise an offering and say, this is $100 line, this is $50 line. Then I've even seen preachers, people that get $100 line, they anoint them, and then the folk that give $10, But I mean, the Lord know your heart. All right? And so I believe, this is what I believe. I believe that if I'm in a service and somebody say, I need 10 people to stand up and give me $100, all right, okay. Now, whatever I'm going to give, I've already decided before I got it. Because I got to live, eat, breathe, raise children, put gas in my car after this service. All right? So, whether I stand up with $100 or not, I'm going to stand. Even if I got $5. You know why? Because whatever I give unto the Lord, and He know I'm giving it out of my heart, He going to bless it. All right? So, wealth is not a sign of God's favor. And so, it was common in Jesus' time to believe that great wealth was a sign of God's favor, and poverty was God's punishment for sin. That's in Jesus' time. And so some Old Testament verses do reflect the idea that poverty is a natural consequence of foolish actions. That's all poverty, and that's true. There are some people that are born in the poverty, but then there are some people that put themselves in the poverty. Like, you keep going down to the frontier with your check and talking about you gonna double your money. And people like me, when I put something in a snack machine and it don't fall, I'm shaking the hell out of it. And see, I don't last at the casino because I sit at I'll lose $5 and sit at the casino and say, I'm finna blow everything on it. If I do $5. I'm just saying. I mean, that's not do right. And so people make foolish decisions and then they want people to bail them out when it's not that God has not blessed you. It's just that people sometimes don't know how to manage what God has blessed you with. Y'all quiet. Y'all quiet. And then the people that say they can't afford the tithe are the main people that have $300-400 worth of hair in their head. I'm just saying. Yeah, they have $2,000 rims, that polo, that Levi, J down. These are the folks that say they can't afford the tithe. But when you look at it, you actually have more than enough if you do what you need to do with what you do, with what you have. Alright? And so, here's why I want to hang my hat. If you look at the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, you got Luke 16, verse 19. Alright? Somebody gonna read.
There was a certain rich man, angel said, who was splendidly clothed and lived each day in myrrh and luxury. One day Lazarus, a diseased beggar, was laid at his door. As he lay there along with the scrap from the rich man's table, the dog would come and lick his open sore. Finally, the beggar died and was carried by the angels to be with Abraham in the place of the righteous dead. The rich man also died and was buried. And his soul went. The rich man also died and was buried, and his soul went to Hades. There in torment he saw Lazarus in the far distance with Abraham. Father Abraham, he shouted.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
So let me set this up. All right. So there are a few things that I want to reteach you about what you have heard about this story. First of all, those few verses that DK has read, he has gave some great information. Number one, this New Testament, right? Right. All right. So quit saying when folk die they go to heaven. That's first thing. You just read it. He just read that that Lazarus died and the rich man died. And what's the verse I just stopped you on? Go back to the verse before.
Stop me on 24, 23. 23. And the soul, where he says,
Yeah.
the soul of the rich man went to hell.
All right, the soul of the rich man went to hell. Go ahead.
There in torment, he saw Lazarus in the far distance with Abraham.
Stop right there. Two people died. They went two different places. One went to heaven, one went to hell. But they both could see each other. We're in the New Testament, right?
Right.
All right. So do understand that when the Bible says, I saw a new heaven and a new earth, this scripture has been misinterpreted, mistaught, misunderstood. When we die, we don't go to the final heaven or the final hell, because there has to be judgment. We have to stand before the judgment seat of Christ. And then that's when he tells us, you go here and you go there. I saw a meme today that said, when you get to heaven, you pull off your coat and the Lord asks you what you doing. I was so weak when I saw that. But we need to quit saying when people die. When people die, right now, because Jesus has not come back, people are asleep. They are in a form of heaven. But they ain't in the heaven that all of us gonna reign. Because all of us gotta see the Lord crown. So the saints that went on before us, our mothers, our daddies, our grandmothers, all the folk that went for the folk that we love, they are in a form of heaven, but they are not in the heaven. And according to Luke chapter 16, the Bible says that the rich man was in hell. And from a distance, he saw who? Lazarus. Man, that gotta be some torture. That you can see where you want to be, but you can't.
Yeah.
But you can't. Man, that's bad. That's bad. You ever have a dream that you died? You ever had a dream that you died? Y'all never had dreams that y'all died? Y'all trying to be deep spiritual. Don't you wake up in a panic? I mean, fight. And then you touch yourself and say, oh, I'm still because the unknown when you think about the unknown, it's a scary situation. Alright? But Luke is saying here that no matter how much money you have, no matter what your status was on earth, our souls all got to rest somewhere. And this rich man found himself in a place that he thought he wasn't going to be because he had money. All right, read on these.
24. Father Abraham, he shouted, have some pity. Send Lazarus over here, only to dip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am anxious in these flames. But Abraham said to him, so remember that during your lifetime, you had everything you wanted, and Lazarus had nothing. So now he is here being comforted, and you are in anguish. And besides, there is a great gap separating us. And anyone wanting to come to you from here, he'll stop at his edge, and no one over there can cross to us.
Hold on. So look at this picture now. Look what Deke just read. Deke just read that there is a great gulf right now that separates heaven from hell. And you can only go so far. But you can see who there and who ain't. Man, that's this. If that don't make you tremble and try to help you get your life airway right. All right. So, wealth is not a sign of God's favor. We just read about this parable of the rich man and Lazarus. We're gonna continue that in a minute, but I want to let you know this. Part of the reason that the rich man ended up in hell was because of his hard-heartedness toward Lazarus. That's part of the reason. All right? His wealth was obviously not a sign of God's favor. The beggar Lazarus ended up in heaven, although he was poor as a man could be. But his poverty was obviously not a sign of his sinfulness of his food or his foolishness. Okay? And so sometimes, like I said, people can be born in a situation that they have nothing to do with. And so I want to say that the Bible has many warnings against, wealth being a sign of God's favor. The idea that the wealth is a sign of God's favor and that the poor have done something to deserve that position is kind of an undercurrent of what we got going on today. We got a president that say, we're full. Trump did crazy. I mean, how you going to tell the best, we full, we ain't got no more room. Like, these people are trying to make a better life for themselves like everybody else. And if America is free, the home of the free in the land of the brave, then, because people are poor, or because people come from other conditions, they should not be treated differently. And so when we look at this text, we understand. Now here's the thing. Now, I want to premise this by saying, don't leave here thinking that I'm saying it's bad for folk to have money. I ain't saying that. Because it ain't, money is not evil. The love of money is evil. All right? And so people that have a whole lot of money have, the issue that you have when you got a whole lot of money is how to keep it. I mean, that's a hard different color. I mean, one of the reasons why the rich keep on getting richer in this country is because they continue to lobby Congress and lobby senators to pass laws that they pay zero tax. Right. While tearing us up with the 33%. So they millionaires, and then, oh, by the way, people that got money, they get stuff free. Do they not? They do. Just because of who they are. All right? So, wealth is not a sign of God's favor. All right. But, okay, so if wealth is not a sign of God's favor, then if you got money, then what should you do with it? Go to Matthew chapter 25. Verse 14.
Hey, you want to read it?
Yep, 14. Matthew 25, 14.
Again, the kingdom of heaven can be illustrated by the story of a man going to another country, who called together his servants and loaned them money to invest for him while he was gone. He gave 5,000 to one, 2,000 to another, and 1,000 to the last, divided it in proportion to their abilities, and then left on his trip. The man who received 5,000 came immediately to buy and sell with it, and soon earned another 5,000. The man who 2,000 went right to work to and earned another 2,000. But the man who received 1,000 dug a hole in the ground and hid the money for safekeeping.
That sounds like, go ahead.
After a long time, their master returned from the trip and called them to him to account for his money. The man to whom he had entrusted the 5,000 brought him 10,000. His master praised him for good work. You have been faithful in handling this small amount, he told him. So now I will give you many more responsibilities. Beginning the joyful task I have assigned you. Next came the man who had received 2,000 with the report. Sir, you gave me 2,000 to you. I have doubled it. Good work, his master said. You are a good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over this small amount, so now I will give you much more. Then the man with his 1,000 came and said, Sir, I knew you were a hard man, and I was afraid you would rob me of what I earned. So I hid my money in the earth, here it is. But his master replied, Wicked man, lazy slave, since you knew I would demand your property, you should at least have put my money into a bank so I could have some interest. Take the money from this man and give it to the man with the 10,000. For the man who used well what he is given shall be given more, and he shall have abundance. But from the man who is unfaithful, even what little responsibility he has shall be taken from you.
All right, let's go right now. So wealth is a gift from God to be used in his service. So this is gonna hurt you. But I want to tell you that those of us who are blessed with wealth beyond our need have a responsibility to share with the less fortunate. When the last time you cleaned out your closet and called Hannah on stuff you got tags on? You ain't gonna lose no weight. You ain't gonna win. You might let it get. You wish you hope. When was the last time you did that? I ain't talking about giving folks stuff that you own. I'm talking about giving stuff that you really like. As my mom used to say, some name brand stuff. When was the last time we did that? We have a responsibility to give to the less fortunate. I knew y'all gonna get quiet right now. You know why we should give? Because God trusted us with it. And he does not bless us to keep to ourselves. You got a house, you got a car, You don't want to give nobody no ride and don't want nobody over your house. What are we doing? Wealth is a gift from God. And I ain't saying that, listen, because I think people get this mixed up. Wealth is not being a millionaire. I'm going to tell you how you know when you're wealthy, when you can pay your bills. You're wealthy. Why y'all looking like that? Dave, we got any questions online? Huh? I'm just saying, we got to rethink what we're doing. When was the last time that you, because here's the thing, I tell people, if you got the Spirit, you say you got the Holy Spirit, you mean to tell me that the Holy Spirit don't ever lead you to help somebody else to do something nice for somebody else without looking for something in return? What kind of Holy Spirit you have? You call yourself a Christian? And you wealthy? I ain't saying you no millionaire, but you got more than enough. You got something to share, and you the nittiest person in the building. When folks ask you to bring stuff for the job, you bring the smallest thing. You want to bring the paper cups and the paper plates. Just cheap. Why y'all raise your hand up? Like I'm gonna look at me when I'm talking. Wealth is a gift from God to be used in His service. And so, listen, I keep telling people, and they don't get this. I was having a conversation. I can't remember who it was, but I was having a conversation with somebody. And they were saying, we were talking about, family, you always have folks, want to borrow money, all kind of stuff. So, I said, I live by this principle. I said, my mom and my dad taught me this principle, and I got this a long time ago. First of all, I don't lend money because I'm not a lending institution. All right? And my dad taught me that you don't ever let somebody have, you don't ever give somebody something that you may need. And so if Cookie asked me for $200, then I know I need the $200. Even though I got $200, I'm going to tell Cookie I don't have it. Now, if I got $200 and it's not earmarked for something, then because I'm wealthy and because the Lord has blessed me, then I may give it to you. Now, what people do is, instead of asking to borrow stuff, just ask me, bro, can you have it? Because people borrow. And when you borrow something, that means you give those you ladies. Y'all borrow, people borrow your earrings. They borrow this, they borrow that. Borrow means you're going to give back. You shouldn't have to ask for your stuff back from somebody that borrowed something from you. Every time I drive by Alabama Power, it makes me remember that I got paid. It's just like anybody else that borrow money from you. When they see you, they know you owe you. They know you. They know they owe you. And so people have to be careful when you borrow, because when you borrow, that means you're going to get back. Now, if I need something, I say, "Could you let me get $1,000?" That's the understanding. If she going to let me get it, if I ain't saying borrow the key word, then 6 months later, could you don't ask me what $1,000 is? Oh, you let me have that, sister. That was a gift. Appreciate you. So wealth is a gift from God to be used in His service, and here is where I live, and the reason that I believe that the Lord continues, like when my supply is empty, that He continues to replenish what I have, is because I live by 1 John 3:17. You can write that down, you ain't got to turn there. But 1 John 3:17 says, if anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need but have no pity on him, how can they love God? How can the love of God be in them? You can know somebody in need and you won't help them. How can the love of God be in you? see your sister in need, but you won't help her. But you love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? When you love God, you help people.
Yeah, my mom called me a couple of Saturdays ago and asked me, she said she had a young lady that joined her church. She wanted to usher. She didn't have a black skirt. So she asked me, did I have any? I went in the closet and I took a suit and a skirt. And my mama took it, had it clean and everything.
See that?
I tried to help when I could.
Yeah. Do what you can. Because you never know when you're going to be on the receiving end. Now, the problem that I have with people on social media, and I just put the quotes up, I don't say that too much, because folks get on my nerve, they hop in on the wrong thing. Like everybody holler about Notre Dame, about this church in Paris. Somebody asked me, why you ain't put nothing up about Paris? What they got to do with me? Hell, this black church is burned in Louisiana, ain't nobody said it.
All right. Yeah.
And they raised $400 million. In over 24 hours, they have raised $400 million. And the thing that people, we just research stuff. We don't do no research. And we got black churches that's still out there in Louisiana that can't get that. Hell, we got a church right here in town. Mount Pilgrim. How many checks that they got from other churches? Can I tell you how many? This is what Brother Kenton told me this out of his own mouth. He said, man, I done heard from churches that I was like, and we sent him a little love offering, we took it up, and here's what he said. He said, man, y'all don't even have a church building. And y'all being a blessing. Well, that's why God blessing us how he blessing us. Because of 1 John 3:17. When you see your brother in need, help him. I don't know, somebody caught going on. All right. What y'all got to say? Am I talking good?
Yeah.
I mean, there is no way. I mean, it's just, like the other day, I was getting some food. Little older lady, I know she was probably with her son that probably had got out of prison or jail or whatever. She was trying to get some food. She ain't had nothing but American Express. All they were doing was get some chicken. All right? She's struggling. The folk didn't take checks. The dude looked like he geeked out and home. All she trying to do is feed us something. I just simply removed the bag. I said, ma'am, just step back for a minute. Gave folk my card, paid for the food. Did I post it on social media? No. Because when you got the love of God in your heart, you don't have to post everything you do. Exactly. Everything you do for somebody, if you got to post everything you do for somebody, that means you brag. That's why I'm very careful for the folk that I receive from, because some folk, exactly. Some folk give you stuff or do stuff for you so they can talk about it. Yeah. Look for acknowledgement. Look what I did. Look what we did. And so you mean to tell me that sometimes, and sometimes I don't want to do it, but the Lord just tell me to do it. I could be in the store sometime, and somebody in front of me, and I know when they go to digging, and they got $5 worth of quarters, and they trying to scratch their head, I just be like, well, what's the matter? All right, go ahead. You mean to tell me you got his spirit and that you don't never do that? That there are people that we work with every day that don't have no money for lunch sometimes. You mean to tell me you don't buy their lunch sometimes? That you will sit there, you will eat, and watch them bring a bologna sandwich every day, and you won't offer them that, but you love God. It's a gift from God to be used for His service, or in His service. So write 1 John 3:17 down. Marinate, let that meditate in your heart that we have material possessions and we see our brother in need but don't have no pity on us. We can't love God. God can't be in us if we do not have sympathy for the least of these. He just read about those talents. Everybody doubled their talent, but the one the master gave the least. That sounds like black folk. He done buried it. What the money gonna do in the ground? Everybody doubled. The one he gave 5, the one he gave 5, he turned it into 10. The one he gave 2, he turned it into 4, I think. Everybody doubled it. And then the one he gave 1,000, well, I knew you was a hard taskmaster. So what I did with mine is I just buried mine in the ground. See, okay, I got something for you. I'm scared of people that don't ever help. Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm scared of people that are always on the receiving end and don't ever give. And you have to do inventory on your life, because if you got more takers in your life than givers, then you with the wrong circle. You gotta do something different. I want to be around blessed folk. Because blessed folk can help you be blessed. You watch what they're doing. I tell people all the time, we have a conversation at work, and I was saying, I said, listen, you know, I said, you get to a certain age and material stuff just really don't matter. I said, man, I'm trying to retire at 55. They looking. I said, I'm trying to retire. I said, every crumb I'm getting, everything I can put back that I'm putting it into something that I can't touch. Cause I don't want to retire and die. Because that's what folk do. Folk work till they get 70, 72 years old, and in less than 10 years they dead. No, I'm going to be around here at least another 30. And the healthcare spend this money that I put up, that I can draw off of when I get 55 and a half. That's how I'm going to retire. If I get 55 and a half, I'm putting that money out. And I ain't looking for no Social Security. I might die before I get there. That's why I don't understand people. People say, well, you know, I'm going to wait till I get 67 to get my Social Security. You better get it when you can. You don't know if you're going to live. All right, and so it's like this. God blesses you with wisdom and knowledge so you can help somebody else. Now, if they don't receive the help, then that's them. But I pass by plenty of folks with BMWs that stay in trade.
Yeah.
Going to West. The house less than the car. That makes no sense. All right. So what y'all got to say? It's 6:47. I'm done. That's all I got to say. What y'all got to say? I was telling people, man, people having a conversation. I don't mind saying this because I'm transparent. But what I give this church, what me and Kara give this church on a monthly basis, I wish I made it. But I don't, because I tithe on what I want to make. Because I believe that if I show God that He can trust me with more, He gonna bless me with more. And really, what I give to the Lord, if I had that in savings, I'd be so serious. That's why I said we on a 10-10, when I say 10-10, 80 plan. We gonna give, we gonna save, and then we gonna leave. What you feel like we gonna say? Yeah. Yeah. It's a spiritual gift. That's why I'm glad you said that. Yeah. The gift of help is a spiritual gift. So people speak in tongues and don't help nobody. And don't you think that God is going to judge all of these prophet liars?
Yeah.
That prophesy that people are going to be millionaires. Everybody can't be no millionaire. I can't be no millionaire because I already told y'all. Everybody know I'm going to live. I don't think you know I'm quit. Y'all want to quit. I mean, when that man wanted a lot of update on $10 million, I forgot what it was. That man said, they said, you going back to work? That man said, I'm retired. I mean, what are you going to go back to work for? You work for money. I tell listen, people say, athletes need to stay in school. Listen, zoom in, David. Share this for those of you that are watching. You go to school to make money. If you can make money without going to school, get the money. You can always come back and get a piece of paper. Get the money first. You're an athlete, get the money. Get some Lloyd's of London insurance. Get you a financial plan. Put it up in something that you can't touch so you can be like OJ. You know why they can't touch OJ money? Because OJ had a financial planner that put his money up in an insurance policy. And OJ draws $25,000 a month. And the Cole Brown Simpson, them folk can't touch it. So that's why they put OJ in jail for stealing paraphernalia. Because they couldn't touch his money. That's just the truth of it. Alright? So we gotta be smart about our money. Folks say, listen, you'll be amazed at what $20. But we black now. We got to talk serious. But you got to put it in something when you can't transfer when you get low. Now that's what you got to do. Because see, we get paid every 2 weeks, we get every month, and we be like, I got my automatic transfer set up, and they're going to go on my savings account, $100. Then your checking account get low, then what you do? Transfer. So basically, you got your savings account open for no reason. So what you got to do, you got to make, you can do that same principle. You can do that same principle and put your money in a money market. Or put it in a CD. Some people say, well, I need my money. Well, if you put it in a CD and you watch what it is in a year or two, then you'll be proud of yourself. But then this is what we'll do. We'll have our alarm set for the 3-year loan. And we'll go get our money. And while, listen, I'm worth more dead than I'm alive. That's why I'm trying to retire at 55. So I can spend some of the money that I'm going to leave. Because I'm going to leave some. For everybody, even for y'all. I'm going to leave. Not the church. For the church. Just going to the church. Alright? And so you got to be, you. For those of you that don't say you gamble, can I give you a news flash? If you are in anybody's 401k, you gamble. Your money is in a stock or in a fund or in a mutual fund that the folk gambling with. That's why when you get your statement, sometimes you in the positive Sometimes you in the neck. Now, I want to give you a tool that I use. One thing that I learned, you gotta watch the government. Always invest in the government. Because the government ain't gonna never lose, but it ain't gonna make much either. So, I'm done. So when you talk about money, and I'm getting ready to sit JR down and teach him about money and making a wise decision, and hopefully, if somebody would set me down, I didn't know, I was like, when I got married, started working at UPS, I worked at UPS for 13 years, and they had a 401k. I didn't know what a 401k was. Folks say, we take about $40 out your check a week. I was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, whatever. So I just signed up for that. I was there for the benefits. I had a regular job, it was kind of like a side job. And so they had free benefits. I worked, became a training supervisor. Once I became a supervisor, I was already in the hourly people, Teamsters, what it was, 401k. And then when I transitioned over from being just an hourly employee to a salary employee, then I was able to participate in UPS retirement system. And then they had stock options when I bought stock. Now, when I left UPS, I was still working at UPS when I moved here in 2010. So, I say 2010, 2011. All right, now, so when I left, and they sent me both of my statements. First of all, I didn't even have no clue that I was in two different. I was in the Teamsters and I was in UPS. When them people sent me how much stock I had, because I was an hourly employee, and what I had put in my UPS, and what I had put in my Teamsters, I almost passed out. Because I wasn't putting but $30 or $40 a week in the retirement. But when you do that times 12, 13 years, and you don't touch it, and the first thing the folks said, well, you can roll, since you gone, you can roll up, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna touch it when I get 55 and a half. All right? And so what we ought to learn about money is that you have to put your money into some, like I said, that you can't transfer out, that it got to sit there. Now, I can get the money, I have access to the money, but if I get the money, there's going to be a penalty. And that's why you put your money in some, where it's going to, but see, some folks, I know some folks, they'll go in their 401k as much as they can. They'll get somebody to write a letter, say they losing their house, fax it to them, and they get them little $1,700. What is $1,700? For you to pay 33%. It makes no sense. Because you want to go to a concert to look good. That's what people do. So when you talk about money, money is to be used, but you got to use it wisely. And so, like I said, at 55 and a half, I'm finna draw down. I ain't got but 12 more years to go. I'm in there, I'm through. I ain't gonna hit nobody clock. I promise the Lord until we respect for black people, then I'm not finna do it. Because I want to enjoy 30 years. What is life if all we do is work, retire, and die? That's all about the other day. I'm making sacrifices now because we're raising these kids. But when these kids are gone, they gonna have to FaceTime us. Because we ain't gonna never be home. Now, listen, as bad as I want to turn up now, I can't turn up now. I want to go to Bahamas. I want to do all this stuff, but I got 2 children to raise first. They come first. I can do all that other stuff later. And post on social media and make y'all mad. I'm done. This is the thing. All right, any questions? So we gotta do better.